This is yet another attempt to impeach the president. And sadly, it seems they care very little for any of the destruction they are leaving in their wake. We must test for the virus in order to stop the spread of it. What could be a very great recession. Some predicting even a depression.
At worst case scenario, it could be the flu.
I feel like the more I learn about this, the less there is to worry about.
I was about to say the same thing. We don't have immunity to this virus. It's a new virus. It's a pandemic strain of a virus we haven't seen before.
All the talk about coronavirus being so much more deadly doesn't reflect reality. Without a vaccine, the flu would be far more deadly. We are facing an incredibly contagious and dangerous virus that is moving across the world from one hotspot to another.
We're going to call out anyone and everyone who's using this virus as a political weapon against the president. The standard flu every single year kills tens of thousands of Americans. We are now entering what will be the crucial defining 15-day period as it relates to this virus, where we must slow the spread of coronavirus.
It's actually the safest time to fly. Everyone I know that's flying right now, terminals are pretty much dead. We have a responsibility to slow down this virus and to think of other people during this time. And so if you can keep your distance and prevent someone from getting close to you that might be sick, you can save your family, you can save the elderly, and help our country as a nation.
It is absolutely disgusting that Democrats are seeking to use this complex virus to score cheap political points. This dangerous health crisis could dovetail quickly into a political crisis, already feeling economic ramifications of it all.
Today, for the Bitcoin price, we will talk about how the media is right now manipulating us, taking our focus away what is actually happening in the world. We will show you evidence and proof and horrifying pictures. We will take all of that into consideration and talk about whether this is the end for Bitcoin or not. Guys, this episode will be mind-blowing and jam-packed. So make sure you take a seat, you smash up the like button to at least 2,000 likes, you share this video with everyone, and that being said, welcome crypto friends and welcome back to MMCrypto. My name is Chris, and as always, we are really pumped to go straight into the content. So guys, this was already very suspicious, right? Well, it's getting worse. Make sure you stay here until the end of the video. We will go into the Bitcoin content, and whether this is the end for Bitcoin or not, you can already take a guess in the comment section. But right now we want to focus first on the media topic because it's important to understand what we want to tell you. First of all, before we show you the next horrifying pictures here from the media, how they are playing with us and how they are manipulating us and shifting our focus away from what's really important right now. Before we do that, we want to give you a little bit of an understanding what this whole structure is about. So if we go over to our Twitter, you will find this tweet here from us today, and what we actually posted, it is deeply interconnected with today's content, and it's very important now to listen to understand what's going on actually right now. So first of all, we posted the elites. Step 1, design a trigger for the financial crisis. Step number 2, blame the trigger for everything. Step number 3, create panic. Step number 4, take the population's freedom away. And step number 5, implement a reform. And what we were then concluding is Bitcoin is your decentralized vote against the monetary fraud. And guys, we will go more deeply into it. First of all, also go over to our Twitter. It is at MMCrypto. Like and retweet that tweet. That would be really appreciated, guys. Of course, many people are talking about how the mainstream media is manipulating us and so on. Some of it might be conspiracy theory, but we will show you evidence and proof today. First of all, we want to give proper credits here to The Fix, and they have shared this video first. And right now that the markets are already crashing, it seems like all over the media, there are no exceptions. Panic is massively spread among the whole population. And one of these reasons is, and I'm very sure about that, is that they are blaming this trigger, this virus here, for everything, for the financial crisis, and they try to shift the people's attention, to shift the people's focus through panic away from the real reasons, which is of course the fraudulent central banking system and the endless money printing, which is right now going completely ballistic. And what we want to tell you is that all this media, and guys, please listen carefully. This is not a conspiracy theory. All these media outlets, they are not only deeply interconnected, they all belong together. Look at this. This is the Sinclair Broadcast Group, and you may believe it or may not believe it. This is only for the US. It works like that in the whole world. This is one group owning 200 media outlets throughout the whole country of the United States of America. And we want to show you a second very horrifying footage before we go on with the content, guys. Make sure you take a seat and please listen very carefully, and please take a seat because this is actually for sure horrifying. Listen carefully, guys. This footage is crazy.
San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about the troubling trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 Well, enough of that. I mean, it's going on and going on. And the bottom line, guys, if you are not already surprised AF, it does not matter if you are looking Fox, ABC, Channel 4, whatever, they all belong together. And when they want to push a statement, when they want to push emotions, then they can do it with one mouse click. They can spread it over the whole country and they can spread it through different continents. I do not want to say, and this is very, very important to mention, that this virus is no threat to the population. It is a threat to the population. I do not want to say that it's not, guys, especially for the elderly population. But how this whole thing is set up with that massive map and all the red dots, all the media outlets from yesterday to today, all reporting the same stuff, creating fear. This is actually their way to blame the financial crisis, which was inevitable, all on the same trigger, and they make the trigger the reason, whereas the trigger is only the trigger and not the primary reason. The primary reason is the central banking system. And here's the bottom line of this whole video. If you implement that in your brain, if you remember yourself the properties of Bitcoin and the flaws of the whole financial system, how Bitcoin is solving all of that, then these dumps you have been seeing recently, then you interpret them actually only as a panic reaction, as a temporary low within the long, massive bull run, which is inevitably to come. And whether it is tomorrow, next week, next month, or next year, it does not really matter if you know about the properties of Bitcoin. And let me go here back into the Bitcoin topic because I wanted to show you one thing. Many people right now say that all the price models of Bitcoin are broken. Not all of them are actually broken right now. If we are going, and here of course credits to digitalic.net for visualizing that, to Trace Meyer for the indicator, and to CryptoKia who was using it a lot as well. And you can see here the price bands, and they are calculated by a multiple to the 200-week moving average. And whenever the Bitcoin price is going below the 200-week moving average, so below this specific line here, whenever it is going below, we are bearish, and whenever we are going below this green line here, we are oversold. And right now you can see Bitcoin was actually wicking below. This one is only showing the 4,700 price level, but you know, for 1 hour we were even below 4,000 US dollars, so we were oversold below this level. But if you look back in time, always when we had massive panic, massive price drops, we actually saw Bitcoin wicking below here and also wicking below here. We are not calling that Bitcoin is going to pump tomorrow or day after tomorrow, but even in the mid and long run, we are very certain once it comes from a deflation over to an inflation and a currency crisis, that the first thing the first thing which will benefit from that as an asset is not only gold, not only potentially even silver, but it is for sure Bitcoin, guys. This is our opinion, and you let us know right now. Do you think that Bitcoin is doomed? Do you think that the times for Bitcoin are over or not? Let us know in the poll, which is popping up on top of the screen right now, and say it's over or it's not over. We want to see if the Moon Boys are still with us. Okay, guys, as a small segment in between, I'm here with Didi Taihutu, the one and only one, the man of the Bitcoin family. They actually sold everything for Bitcoin and they are traveling the world. So can you share your opinion on the mainstream media, on this whole virus stuff going on right now? And yeah, your thoughts about the Bitcoin price?
About Corona. Guys, I've been in the industry since 2013. I've seen Bitcoin going up and down with many events happening, earthquakes, other disasters, tsunamis, horrible diseases. I'm very sad that a lot of people are sick or dying. But at the end, you know, Bitcoin price will always go up and down. But in a few years' time, man, we will be laughing about these low prices of 4K, in my opinion.
Yes, guys, please, let's have respect for the in front of that virus, but let's not be panic, let's not have panic, and let's not be fearful. That makes no sense whatsoever. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And that being said, guys, this was an extremely special episode about the mainstream media. We thought we have to push that out to you. This was maybe one of the most important videos we have done so far, because price action is not everything. We want you to be free in your head, and we want you to zoom out and understand everything correctly. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for smashing up the like button to at least 2,000 likes. And that being said, we will see each other at the next one of MMCrypto. Make sure you click the subscription box right here. Otherwise, you are missing out on future content. And also, guys, extremely important, click the Bible tutorial right there if you haven't watched it already. And that being said, we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, as always, bye-bye.